So what is up, guys? Silver Warrior here, and man, I feel like I'm doing this, like every week or something at this point, but I am really sorry. This time though, I haven't uploaded for quite some time. I know that my channel description says that I, do daily uploads and stuff, but that's just kind of been falling through lately. I guess because of summer and everything, busy. I'm busy with a lot of schoolwork for over the summer, a lot of stuff I had to do, and I've just been kind of lacking ideas. I mean, producing a video every day that's actually quality, actually worth watching is pretty difficult. Because there's a few videos I've thought of, but they just, I don't know, I don't really feel like that they'd be worth making. And so I am, like I said, I am really sorry about not uploading very recently. I think it's been since like Wednesday since I uploaded, or Tuesday, something ridiculous like that. So, it's been a little bit of time since I have uploaded, but I do appreciate you guys who have stuck with me through a little break, and I am going to be hopefully uploading daily once again for you guys. Hopefully I can think of ideas. Please do let me know anything that you want to hear in the comment sections below, or the comment section of this video or any others below. Any ideas you think of, just, let me know what you want to hear about, because it really does help me to make more videos for you guys, and I can help answer people's questions instead of just, blindly making videos and assuming that you guys want them when I don't know if you do or not. But anyway, today what I'm going to be discussing is why I personally stack generic bullion. Now, I have talked, of course, about, whether or not generic bullion is worth investing in. And obviously, based on, the background that I use, which, by the way, in case you didn't notice, I did, take all the silver bars out of their cases. That's why they're closer together now, because they are generic, so I don't really care about them. But anyway, I have, obviously invested at least a decent amount of money into generic bullion. I've put more into coins, I'd say, overall. I've probably put, I don't know, maybe 3 times. Well, I mean, I'd say more like I have 3 times the amount of value in silver coins that I do in generic bullion, because I didn't pay their full value for a lot of these coins, but for these, I had to pay whatever they're worth at the time. You can't really get these too cheap unless you go to yard sales or something, which is never guaranteed. But, I just wanted to discuss, why am I stacking generic bullion? Why don't I only stick with high premium bullion? Because, the high premium stuff, according to most people and according to a lot of statistics, it builds value much more quickly than this does, because it builds value over melt. So, what's the point of even keeping generic bullion around? Why am I stacking it? And let me explain. So, I have I have 2 big reasons for stacking generic bullion. First of all, in an economic collapse, no one's going to care if, your silver is worth $1,000, if your silver coin is worth $1,000, but it's only got an ounce of silver in it. Guess what? It's only going to be worth an ounce of silver. I've discussed this many times before, and I'll probably have to say it many times, in the future. Silver melt value is the only thing that's going to matter in an economic collapse. Silver might be at $1,000 an ounce, but the thing is you could either have, with $1,000, 50 ounces of silver, or that $1,000 coin. Well, the 50 ounces of silver would be worth the equivalent of $50,000. Now, when I say silver is going to be worth that much in an economic collapse, I don't mean that much like, I can take a silver bar, 1 ounce of silver in an economic collapse and sell for $1,000, and I wouldn't recommend doing it if you could. That's not what I'm trying to say, because in that situation, you would never want to exchange silver for fiat dollars because they're collapsing. What I mean is the silver would have the buying power of $1,000 or whatever amount of money. What I'm saying is that silver, that's how much it'd be worth in terms of how much it could buy. So like a $100,000 ounce would only cost 100 ounces of silver. A house that's worth $100,000 right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Because somebody did say that in one of my videos that you wouldn't want to. When I was talking about how much silver would be worth in an economic collapse, they're saying that you wouldn't want to, sell your silver for fiat dollars, and I want to clear that up. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. I'm saying silver would have the buying power of that much money. But yeah, so, you could either have the buying power of $1,000 or the buying power of $50,000. Well, in an economic collapse situation, if you only have high premium bullion or high premium coins or just high premium stuff in general, you're going to be screwed. And the thing about this generic bullion is also good for an economic collapse because of the fact that it's more recognizable than any other type of silver. Bullion, I mean, this says on it right here. Pick up this bar, and it says on it, 5 troy ounces, fine silver, 999 plus, made in USA. Now, the back, it's just got, whatever at the time. Now, this one, unfortunately, besides having a made in USA thing, it does not really have any kind of, like, or it doesn't give you any kind of idea of where the silver came from. I don't think these ones do either. All these ones are based on U.S. coins. This one, the Morgan dollar. These two, Buffalo. This one does say Sunshine Minting, so anybody in an economic collapse who has silver and would be able to, exchange with you, who would realize the true value of silver will have heard of the Sunshine Mint. So that's the thing, is that they are highly recognizable because of the fact that they say an ounce of silver, 5 ounces, or however much. And you do need to have fractional stuff. I don't recommend fractional bullion, but rather fractional U.S. silver coins, because I feel like I said before, that in an economic collapse, the only people that would really be surviving and thriving would be the ones who invest, and they would be smart enough to realize that pre-65 U.S. silver, well, with the exception of Kennedy's and nickels, but they'd realize what's U.S. coins are silver and what coins are not. But yeah, I definitely think that one of the big reasons that I hoard generic bullion is because of an economic collapse that I do believe is pending. I can't say when it would happen, but I do think it's possible. And I don't think that the U.S. is ever going to get its act together. I just don't see it happening. With the presidential candidates who are lined up now, who clearly have their own agendas, and the fact that every other great empire in history has eventually fallen, I just don't see us, pulling ourselves out of the situation. It might take 100 years. Maybe I'll be dead by the time it happens, but you can never be too prepared, right? So, the other big reason that I hold onto a lot of generic bullion is the potential of a silver price bubble. Now, this is the time when I actually would sell silver for fiat dollars. Why? Well, in a bubble, unless the bubble in the silver price is caused by an economic collapse, I would definitely say that the dollar is going to still retain value. What's going to happen, I believe, is when a bubble situation comes where silver spikes up to 50 or 60 or even $100 an ounce, you can still sell it, and I feel like that the dollar would still hold around the same amount of value. Maybe it would be losing a little bit of value, but I think that there's just too much potential in that situation to let it go to waste. I think that if silver were $100 an ounce, I could make, it's 500, 500, 500, 500, and then 100 for all of these. I don't know, I just can't imagine holding on to them instead of selling them. Usually I'd say not to go with short-term investments when it comes to generic silver, but in that one instance, I definitely would sell, and my reason being is because once the silver price bubble pops and silver goes down to $10 an ounce, then my $2,900 that I made from selling silver, well, now I could buy 290 ounces of silver and have 10 times the amount that I started with. So I definitely would say that in that situation, because again, just like it collapsed, no one's going to care about high premium silver. They're only going to want to get as much silver as they can as they see prices skyrocketing. And so, therefore, I just definitely recommend having generic bullion. And also, this kind of falls into the same thing as, the whole price bubble and everything. But also, I do hold on to it because of stack diversification, which I talk about a lot. I just want to have my stack be able to make me money, or at least protect my investments in every situation, whether it be a price collapse with my high premium coins, a price explosion with my bullion, or an economic collapse with my bullion and my junk silver. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Again, sorry for not uploading. I will try to be consistent, but I do need your ideas, so please do let me know what you want to see on the channel in the future. And that is it for this one. Peace, love, and much respect.